The teenager's greatest fear is public humiliation. That's why the agenda to be cool and to try to appear cool and that you have it all together is so important. That's why clothes are so important.
Urkel has gone gangster.
The clothes in the movie are so hot. Paris has got to be hot. She's wearing the Juicy, she's got the hot outfits, the Gucci, the Prada. They got it all going on.
Girls talking in the bedroom in bathing suits. They don't invite me to the set on those days.
Alvin's not really up with the hip hop, you know? He's not really like wearing all the Sean John and all the designer labels.
Like my helmet, it's off the hook, right?
Well, these nerds can't even afford those clothes.
Hey, look here, why you hating? Why you hating?
They even go to the extent of ordering labels and sewing fake labels in it, you know, to be accepted.
I got on high fashion just like them. Would you check this out?
Yeah, a fake label he got off the internet and stuck on some Wranglers, very high fashion.
It's like most people when you're in high school, if you're caught up into that sort of thing, being cool is the most important thing.
You know, if you wear enough designer clothes, then people would think you're cool, even though inside you may be a nervous, insecure wreck.
It's more representative of the world for many, many kids today.
A lot of people probably already feel like they know this story or they know what's gonna happen. We put a couple of little things in there for y'all. A lot of comedic twists more than anything. Things that you wouldn't really expect to happen and the comedy comes out of nowhere. But you weren't expecting it and it happened. This movie is definitely a comedy.
Boy's gonna hurt himself.
And it definitely has a love story in it, but it also does have a few messages.
It's a good piece of heart in the story, you know.
Alvin, look, man, when I was in school, I was one of the coolest dudes at the school. But I'm gonna tell you something, though. I have always been proud of you, son.
I think this is a great movie on a lot of different levels because so much yucky stuff happens to people when they're in high school. Like, you know, the cliques are so stupid, but we've all been in some clique, whether we wanted to be in it or, you know, we're sort of labeled that way.
And I think the ultimate message or the ultimate theme is just to be yourself.
Accepting your place in school and just being comfortable with it.
It gives people a chance to look at themselves and say, okay, well, maybe I'm an Yvonne and I need to stop being that way.
Educational.
Once you get underneath the surface and you see what your cool cheerleader is really underneath that cheerleading costume, and you see what our geeky guy was really not so geeky underneath, and really they actually have very similar values.
Alvin ultimately has a chance to get Paris at the end of the movie because he becomes comfortable with himself.
Yeah. To be cool or to be in and all that other kind of stuff isn't really what it's about. It's about being yourself. And ultimately, that's the coolest thing is when you are yourself and you're happy with yourself and you're content with who you are.
This is me.
Alvin Johnson,
Pool boy. This is me. I ain't afraid to admit it.
It's all good, though.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Christina Milian right here on BET. There's a lot of great different types of sounds and songs throughout the soundtrack of this film.
We're here in Norfolk, Virginia, shooting an amazing video for the soundtrack of Love Don't Cost a Thing. It's called Shorty Put It on the Floor. It features myself, Chingy, Busta Rhymes, and Fat Joe.
My peoples, you heard?
There really isn't any other group of artists right now that's coming together and working in such an abundance.
And it's going great so far, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. And I think y'all gonna be feeling the video too.
We have some of my pals, Nicole and Melissa. Come into this shot so you guys see.
Hey, ladies.
Not only do you have like beautiful like stewardesses and stuff too, then you got superstar beautiful women that come and be in the video too. See, it's just amazing. The concept is way crazy. It's pretty much that I got my private jet, jumbo jet. You should see how huge this jet is.
The plane is incredible. I ain't flying 10 years. That might be the one plane to get me up on the air, you know what I mean?
And I'm trying to throw a party with all my homeboys. Good silverware, you see.
That's that real good stuff. It don't bend or break. We trying to include everybody and just have a big party. It's kind of like it's the rap party on the plane.
It's neat to be able to tie in the movie along with, you know, the music and stuff, so.
And me, I pretty much heard Busta Rhymes was going to be here, so I said, okay.
It's a lot of hard work, long hours, but I think it's gonna pay off. It's gonna be hot.
That's a rap.
It's called Love Me Baby featuring Jazzy Faye and Sleepy Brown.
I'm basically playing Murphy Lee's girl. There's scenes where I'm walking through the hallway, doing some usual school things, so I think it goes well with the movie.
You stay in school though, that's what's up. Well, yes, you can stay in your mama's basement forever.
The song is about Murphy Lee saying, I'm gonna get you to love me. And you know, I send you flowers, I think that you're fine, I think you're this and that. The chorus and the title speaks for itself.
Just teaching women, you know, you gotta love yourself before you love somebody else. Putting good words in my women's ears.
Keep it right, you better keep it tight, you better bring money out your crib, cause you ain't getting into mine tonight. BK, put it on the floor, BK, put it on the floor. Flip mode. BX, put it on the floor, BX, put it on the floor. TS. St. Louis, put it on the floor, St. Louis, put it on the floor.
Albin Johnson, Nick Cannon, is an extremely intelligent nerd skilled in designing car engines. He has also taken up a job as a pool cleaner to raise money to buy a camshaft and to build an engine for a scholarship project that will ensure him a full ride to the school of his choice. Albin has always dreamed of hanging out with the popular kids, especially Paris Morgan, Christina Milian, a beautiful, popular black cheerleader dating NBA star Drew Hilton, Elimu Nelson. When Paris crashes her mother's expensive SUV during an argument with Drew, Alvin agrees to repair the car using the money he had earned for his project, jeopardizing his scholarship opportunity, in which Paris pays him back by giving him a $1,500 makeover. After a few missteps, Alvin begins to ingratiate himself with the popular crowd. He and Paris grow closer as she shares with him her secret love of music, and he shares with her that he knows how to build car engines. Paris begins to develop feelings for Alvin, and at the end of their 2-week dating period, she tries to hint that she would like to kiss him. However, Alvin misinterprets her and goes along with their original plan of a public breakup at school. Even after the breakup, Alvin continues to grow in popularity, alienating his former nerdy friends and dating Paris's friends. Paris is unhappy to realize how shallow and vapid her friends are, and by extension, Alvin, tired of him constantly ditching them in favor of the popular kids. Alvin's friends confront him on the matter, during which Alvin's sister Aretha overhears. She comes to the conclusion that Alvin paid Paris to date her. She tells their parents, who attempt to talk to Alvin, but he blows them off. At the end of the year on senior ditch day, Paris asks Alvin to hang out as real friends, but a newly egotistical Alvin insults her. They argue and storm off from each other. Drew is also at the party to reconcile with Paris and is unimpressed that she has been dating Alvin. In an attempt to win Drew back, Paris admits her deal with Alvin to the school, returning Alvin back to mediocrity. Now back to being unpopular, Alvin finally realizes he does not have the crankshaft for his project. Alvin's father Clarence, Steve Harvey, pays for the crankshaft, telling Alvin that they will work out a plan later to pay him back, while also explaining to Alvin that he'd supported his sudden transformation because he wanted Alvin to have the same experiences he did while he was in high school, seeing as he was one of the most popular guys at his school. He also admits that he didn't have Alvin's brains or potential, but he's always been proud of his son. With this confidence restored, Alvin builds an engine with the part his dad bought. Alvin's friends push the broken car they have been working on into the garage. They congratulate him on a job well done on completing the engine, but are still angry with him for blowing them off. Alvin sees that their car needs a new engine, so he installs the one he just built to restore their car, telling them to let him have it sometime within that next week so he can present it to the scholarship committee. Alvin's friends forgive him. Together, they all attend a school basketball game where Alvin stands up for his nerd friends against the basketball players. Alvin finally redeems himself in front of everyone, and his friends become friendly with the popular crowd. Alvin leaves the gymnasium, and as Paris follows him out, she is stopped by a Drew. Paris blows him off and chases after Alvin. They finally kiss and agree to date. In a deleted scene, 6 months have passed by and it is shown that Alvin and Paris are attending an open mic night. It is revealed that Alvin got into Princeton while Paris decided to pursue her dreams of being an R&B singer. And that's it for this video. Thanks for staying to the end of this video, and thanks for tuning in with us. Make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace out. Nicholas Scott Cannon, born October 8, 1980, is an American comedian, rapper, and television presenter and actor. On television, Cannon began as a teenager on All That, before going on to host the Nick Cannon Show, Wild 'N Out, America's Got Talent, Lip Sync, Battle Shorties, and The Masked Singer. He acted in the films Drumline, Love Don't Cost a Thing, and Roll Bounce. As a rapper, he released his debut self-titled album in 2003 with the single Jugalo, a collaboration with singer R. Kelly. In 2007, he played the role of the fictional footballer T.J. Harper in the film Goal 2 Living the Dream. In 2006, Cannon recorded the singles Dime Piece and My Wife for the planned album Stages, which was never released. Cannon married American singer Mariah Carey in 2008. The couple separated and filed for divorce in December 2014. The divorce was finalized in 2016, and they co-parent their children. Cannon was born on October 8, 1980 in San Diego, California. Cannon was largely raised by his paternal grandfather, whom both he and his biological father called Dad. As a child, Cannon grew up in Lincoln Park's Bay Vista housing projects, which is a gang-ridden section of southeast San Diego. While in his teenage years, he was affiliated with the Lincoln Park Blood Street Gang, but stated that he left behind his affiliations after losing a close friend. In 1998, he graduated from Monte Vista High School in Spring Valley, where he was president of the African Student Coalition and participated in track and field. Cannon received his first break doing stand-up comedy on his father's local cable access program. As a teenager, Cannon was one-third of the rap group G4 Dope Bomb Squad. They opened for the likes of Will Smith, LFO, 98 Degrees, and Montel Jordan. After signing with Jive Records in 2001, he was featured alongside Romeo Miller and 3LW on the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius soundtrack with a cover of the 1988 hit song, Parents Just Don't Understand. His debut self-titled album was released in 2003, and included the single Your Pops Don't Like Me, I Really Don't Like This Dude. In 2005, Cannon formed his own record label, Can Eyeball Records, with plans to release his second studio album, entitled Stages, later that year. The album's first single, Can I Live, an anti-abortion song, was released in July 2005, followed by the second single Dime Piece in March 2006. It was never released because of Nick Cannon's acting career. On July 26, 2013, Nick Cannon premiered his new single Me Sexy, and announced over 7 years after the shelving of his album Stages, that he was working on a new second studio album entitled White People Party Music, featuring collaborations with Afrojack, Pitbull, Future, and Paula Dada. The album's second single Looking for a Dream was released on February 11, 2014. The song features Afrojack. The music video was released on Vivo on February 13. On November 16, 2016, Cannon released his second mixtape, The Gospel of Ike. Turn Up My Side of the Story. Prior to the release of the mixtape, a music video for the single If I Was Your Man was released on November 7, 2016. Citation needed. On December 2, 2016, Cannon released a single called Hold On iTunes. Cannon released The Invitation, an Eminem diss track, on December 9, 2019, as a response to Eminem's feature on Fat Joe and Dre's Family Ties dissing Cannon. The track featured former record producer and convicted felon Suge Knight, as well as rappers Hitman Holla, Charlie Clips, and Prince Easy, whom Cannon referred to as the Black Squad. After Eminem responded to Cannon with 2 tweets, Cannon released a second diss track the next day, featuring the same rappers as well as Conceited, titled Pray For Him. In 2005, Cannon created, produced, and hosted the MTV improv comedy series Wild 'N Out. That same year he hosted the so-called Slime Stunt on Nickelodeon's 2005 Kids' Choice Awards, in which a human cannonball was shot into slime. In addition, he was the DJ on Ellen DeGeneres' Bigger, Longer, and Wider show. On December 11, 2009, Cannon hosted the Nickelodeon Halo Awards along with Justin Timberlake, Hayden Panettiere, LeBron James, Cully Rowland, and Alicia Keys. In 2010, Cannon created and co-hosted the short-lived Teenage original series The Nightlife. On July 4, 2011, Cannon hosted the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, an annual American competitive eating competition. On November 12, 2012, MTV2 announced that the revival of Wild 'N Out. The revived show was produced by Cannon's Incredible Entertainment. The series premiered in 2013 with a few returning faces joined by a roster of fresh talents. When asked about the show coming back, Cannon said, "With our show's original cast, everyone from Kevin Hart to Cat Williams, Affian Crockett, and Taran Killam becoming household names, I am looking forward to working with MTV2 as we work to introduce the biggest comedic stars of tomorrow with the return of Wild 'N Out." Rapper Big Boi of Outkast has confirmed in a tweet on Twitter he was shooting an episode on January 29, 2013. And Nick for people to join in the audience. Season 5 of the show premiered on July 9, 2013, to the highest ratings in MTV2 history. It was renewed for Season 6 and 7, which aired in 2 blocks. On November 4, 2013, Cannon was the Master of Ceremonies, as well as an honoree at the annual Ebony Magazine Power 100 Awards. In 2014, he began hosting Caught on Camera with Nick Cannon on NBC.on August 4, 2016. Wild and Out returned for its 8th season after 3 record-breaking seasons. In 2019, it was announced that Cannon would be debuting his own syndicated daytime talk show in 2020 via Lionsgate's Debmar Mercury and Cannon's own production company, Incredible Entertainment. On February 3, 2021, it was announced that Cannon tested positive for COVID-19 and that Niecy Nash would temporarily fill in for him during his quarantine. During the 5th season of The Masked Singer, Season 5 of the show premiered on July 9, 2013, to the highest ratings in MTV2 history. It was renewed for Season 6 and 7, which aired in 2 blocks. On November 4, 2013, Cannon was the Master of Ceremonies as well as an honoree at the annual Ebony Magazine Power 100 Awards. In 2014, he began hosting Caught on Camera with Nick Cannon on NBC.on August 4, 2016. Wild and Out returned for its 8th season after 3 record-breaking seasons. In 2019, it was announced that Cannon would be debuting his own syndicated daytime talk show in 2020 via Lionsgate's Debmar Mercury and Cannon's own production company, Incredible Entertainment. On February 3, 2021, it was announced that Cannon tested positive for COVID-19 and that Niecy Nash would temporarily fill in for him during his quarantine. During the 5th season of The Masked Singer, Cannon, however, was technically under contract to host America's Got Talent and could have been potentially sued by NBC for breach of contract, though this was considered unlikely. NBC executives did not accept his resignation and had been stated to be keeping their fingers crossed that he would instead choose to return. Cannon's resignation was ultimately accepted as final without further incident. He was replaced in his position as host of America's Got Talent by Tyra Banks, known for also having hosted America's Next Top Model. Following his role as host of the Teen Block, Nick Cannon was the chairman of the Teen Channel for Nickelodeon in 2009, as well as its development and creative consultant. In 2012, Nick Cannon created a sketch comedy series, Incredible Crew, starring 6 teenagers. As Cannon wrote and produced the theme song, the show was produced by Cartoon Network Studios, in association with Incredible Entertainment. The series aired 13 episodes before being cancelled. On November 30, 2012, a picture of Cannon was posted on the Incredible Entertainment website, which reported that Nick signed a deal with Universal to produce scripted and unscripted material for the network. In December 2015, Cannon was named Chief Creative Officer of Radio Shack in hopes of catering to a younger crowd. According to the company, this role involved creating Radio Shack exclusive products and curating the in-store experience. They launched the Incredible line of consumer audio electronics the following February, starting with the Incredible wireless headphones. On January 19, 2010, Cannon hosted the morning show, 6 to 10 a.m., with co-hosts Nikki and Southern Sarah Lee at 92.3 Now FM, WXRK FM, in New York. Cannon has a weekly chart program called Cannon's Countdown that is syndicated by CBS Radio. On February 17, 2012, Cannon stepped down from 92.3 Now, citing health issues. Currently, Cannon hosts his own show, Nick Cannon Mornings, at Power 106 in Los Angeles. Nick Cannon's show replaced Jay Cruz's The Cruz Show in the 5 a.m. 10 a.m. time slot after Jay Cruz went over to urban contemporary hip-hop. iHeartRadio rival KRRL Real 92.3 for their afternoon drive show Comedy. On July 13, 2010, Cannon announced that he was going on a comedy tour in fall 2010, beginning at the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. In early 2011, Cannon recorded his first stand-up comedy special titled Mr. Showbiz at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. The special premiered on Showtime on May 14, 2011. A digital release of Mr. Showbiz became available on iTunes beginning May 16, 2011, with a physical release of the album on May 31, 2011. Cannon married singer-songwriter Mariah Carey on April 30, 2008, at her private estate on Windermere Island in the Bahamas. On April 30, 2011, Carey gave birth to fraternal twins, daughter Monroe and son Rock and Scott. After 6 years of marriage, the pair separated and filed for divorce in 2014, but reunited briefly in 2015. Their divorce was finalized in 2016. Cannon's son with model Brittany Bell, Golden Sagan Cannon, was born on February 21, 2017. Their daughter, Powerful Queen Cannon, was born in December 2020. Cannon was hospitalized on January 4, 2012, for treatment of mild kidney failure, and again on February 17, 2012 after pulmonary embolism. On March 5, 2012 he announced that his kidney problems were due to lupus nephritis. Cannon enrolled at Howard University in 2016 and graduated in 2020 with a bachelor's degree in criminology administration of justice and a minor in Africana studies. Politically, Cannon endorsed the 2020 presidential campaign of rapper Kanye West after he guest starred on his podcast Cannon's Class.in. 2021, it was announced that he was expecting twins with partner and DJ, Abby De La Rosa. In 2011, Cannon filmed a public service announcement for Do Something encouraging teens to find a cause about which they are passionate and take action in their communities. Since 2011, Cannon has served as the celebrity spokesperson for the National Association of Letter Carriers' annual National Food Drive, which is held throughout the United States on the second Saturday in May. Christine Marie Flores, born September 26, 1981, better known as Christina Milian. Imjliekna is an American actress, singer, and songwriter. Born in Jersey City, New Jersey, but raised in Maryland, she signed a contract with Murder Incorporated Records at the age of 19. In 2001, Milian released her self-titled debut album, which featured the singles to PM and When You Look at Me. The former charted within the top 40 of the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and both peaked in the top 3 on the UK singles chart. In 2004, Milian released her second studio album It's About Time, which provided her first major US hit, Dip It Low, which reached number 5 on the US Billboard chart. Whatever You Want was released as the album's second single. Both singles charted within the top 10 of the UK chart. In 2006, Milian released her third studio album So Amazing. The album produced one single, Say I, which peaked in the top 30 of the US Billboard chart. A month after the release of So Amazing, Milian's representative confirmed that she had left Island Records due to creative differences. Milian signed with Interscope Records in 2009. A single, Ballad Us Against the World, was released in October 2008. In 2012, Milian signed to Young Money Entertainment, which will release her fourth studio album. Milian originally wanted to be an actress. Her first lead role was in the 2003 film Love Don't Cost a Thing, and she subsequently had lead roles in Be Cool and the 2006 horror film Pulse. Milian had a minor role in Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, and starred as the lead role in the straight-to-DVD film Bring It On, Fight to the Finish. Milian has also starred in the 2010 ABC Family original movie Christmas Cupid, alongside Ashley Benson and Chad Michael Murray. From 2015 to 2016, she starred in the sitcom Grandfathered. In 2018, she was cast in The Oath as Christine Parks. Milian was born in Jersey City, New Jersey, and is of Cuban descent. She was born to parents Don Flores and Carmen Milian and raised in Waldorf, Maryland. Flores changed her name and adopted her mother's maiden name, Milian, in the hopes of landing a wider range of acting roles. The oldest of 3 sisters, including Danielle and Elizabeth, she moved with her family to Waldorf, Maryland, soon after her birth. Milian was 4 years old when she showed an interest in show business, and when her family realized that she was a talented actress, she became determined to pursue an entertainment career. As a child, Milian was very imaginative and very creative, and watching television and listening to the radio became her life. They inspired her to have fun, and she convinced her parents that she did not want to be inside the TV, although it took some time to convince them. By the time she was 9 years old, Milian had begun auditioning with local talent agencies, shot commercials for Wendy's and Honeycomb, and played the lead role in the musical Annie. Milian's mother noticed her daughter's potential and left her husband and moved to Los Angeles with her 3 daughters when Milian was 13 years old. Her father had to stay in Maryland and divorced her mother soon after the move. When Milian moved to Los Angeles, her only desire was to be an actress. She always wanted to be in the record business, but did not know how to obtain a recording contract. During this time, she was a host for Disney Channel's series movie Surfers, by the name of Tina. After living in Los Angeles for 6 months, Milian moved into the same apartment complex as songwriter and producer Rodney Darkchild Jerkins. Jerkins heard about Milian from a boy band he was working with, and once he heard her sing, they began working together. For a year and a half, Milian went into a studio every day and worked with Jerkins, which is where she started meeting people in the record business. She began writing songs at the age of 17 because she needed a demo to help her obtain a recording contract. According to Milian, every time she recorded a song, the producer would refuse to give her the demo or would write lyrics that she did not agree with. She felt that she had to write a song, record a demo, and send it out on her own contract. According to Milian, every time she recorded a song, the producer would refuse to give her the demo or would write lyrics that she did not agree with. She felt that she had to write a song, record a demo, and send it out on her own. Milian made her first Professional musical appearance on rapper Ja Rule's second studio album Rule 336, 2000. Performing vocals on the song Between Me and You. The song was released as the album's lead single in 2000, peaking at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 and in the top 30 of the UK singles chart. Million co-wrote and performed backing vocals for the track Play for Jennifer Lopez's album J-Lo, 2001, and co-wrote Same All, the second single from girl group Pit's debut album Pit, Down With Me, 2001. Million's collaboration with Ja Rule led to a record deal with Def Soul Records, prompted by his affiliation with Murder Incorporated Records, an imprint that was distributed through Def Jam, the parent label of Def Soul Records. She traveled to Sweden and recorded her self-titled debut album. The album was released on October 9, 2001 in the UK, peaking at number 23 and selling a total of 101,986 copies. Internationally, the album peaked at number 36 in the Netherlands and number 98 in Sweden. The album's domestic release was postponed because of the September 11 attacks, which occurred just 2 weeks before its release date. Her label opted to release it later that year, in the fourth quarter, but as Million explained, new artists generally do not release their albums during that time. As a result, the album was again delayed until the first quarter of 2002. However, Million eventually opted not to release it. 2 singles were taken from the album, To PM and When You Look at Me, both of which charted worldwide. A music video for the track Get Away was filmed in Paris, although it was not officially released as a single. The critical response to the album was mixed to generally positive. Imran Ahmed of the New Musical Express predicted that based on the record, Genius can't be more than a few albums away. Contrastingly, Entertainment.ie writer Andrew Lynch suggested that Million needed original ideas. Million believed that the public expected a certain thing from her when she first appeared with Ja Rule. However, she wanted to record the type of music she was signed to do. She said that To PM was a cool record, but it was not what the public expected. Million approached the executives at a record company, Island Def Jam, and cussed them all out, telling them that they were not listening to her. She felt that she had gained their respect by explaining that she was serious about her musical career. In the following years, she was featured on the track It's All Gravy, a duet with British rapper Romeo, which was a UK top 10 hit, provided the theme song for the hit. Disney Channel animated series Kim Possible, Call Me, Beat Me, and collaborated with Hilary Duff on Duff's Christmas album Santa Claus Lane, 2002, on the song I Heard Santa on the radio. Although Million is best known for her singing career, she originally wanted to be an actress. When asked whether she prefers singing or acting, Million said that they're both my passion, but honestly, if I had to choose, it would probably be my music. I love writing. I love listening. I love the challenge of it. Million has also stated that she loves performing live on the stage above all else. It's my favorite. Million's first major acting role was offered by the Disney Channel to join the Mickey Mouse Club. However, she did not accept and opted to star as a reporter on movie Surfers. During this time, she had minor roles in film and television, including Sister, Smart Guy, The Steve Harvey Show, Get Real, The Wood and American Pie. In 2002, Million was appointed the host of the live competitive music series Becoming Presence, Wannabe on MTV, where she met director Joseph Kahn. Kahn suggested she audition for a lead role in the film Torque. Her audition was successful and she played a minor role in the film. She was subsequently cast in her first lead role in La Bill Costa Thing. Million has been described as a role model to young girls. She has said that there are a lot of people who young girls look up to, but at the end of the day you have to be your own person and love yourself. Million worked with the Children Uniting Nations charity, in which she was a big sister to foster children, and says her favorite charity is the Penny Lane Foundation. Million was awarded with a humanitarian award at the RAIN fundraiser from the Elton John AIDS Foundation for being a role model for young children. Million said, "I've never been rewarded that way and never been acknowledged like that. That was really nice of them, and I was happy I was able to show up for the kids." Million felt that Island Def Jam was confused as to how they wanted her image to be portrayed. 1 second she was young and singing To PM, and next she was a grown woman singing Get Away. She realized that the change confused the audience, and that nobody was buying it. In 2003, Million's label Def Soul was shut down and absorbed by its parent Def Jam, although Million was instead moved over to Island Records. After the international release of her debut album, Million went back into the recording studio. The singer felt that music trends had changed into rock music, hardcore hip-hop, and tribute songs, and her music did not fall into those categories. Million decided to stop recording and toured overseas for a year and a half. When she returned to the US, she decided not to release her previous album domestically and started working on a new album. Million traveled the world, working with the popular producers Blucci and Avant Garchild, Corey Rooney, Warren Campbell, Brian Michael Cox and Polly Paul. Millions' second studio album, It's About Time, was released in the US on July 13, 2004. The critical response to the album was mixed. The club tracks, most notably lead single Dip It Low, were praised while the ballads were said to be disappointing. The style and sound of the album was compared to that of Beyoncé and Jennifer Lopez by several critics. Million later admitted that a new sexy image for Dip It Low, and the whole album was mainly for shock value. She had to make her way back into the US market, and by choosing a sexier image, she made a name for herself. Dip It Low was also meant to show that she was not the same 18-year-old girl in the M2PM video. To create a new image, Million also decided to change her appearance and lighten her hair, taking inspiration from Janet Jackson, who constantly changed her image. Million thought to herself, when did I like Janet Jackson the most? It was when she had her lightened hair. Million believed that the album was more R&B when compared to her bubblegum pop debut album. The change was reflected in the album's lead single, Dip It Low, which was more of a club and R&B track than her previous pop release M2PM. Million performed as an opening act on the Usher and Kanye West tour to promote her album. The album debuted and peaked at number 14 on the Billboard 200 album chart and number 21 in the UK. Million met actor Nick Cannon on the set of their film, Love Don't Cost a Thing, in 2003. And they began dating. After being together for 2.5 years, Million ended her relationship with Cannon in 2005 because of his cheating. Cannon revealed that he refused to stay faithful to Million because their relationship was becoming too much like a Christian romance. When Cannon married Mariah Carey on April 30, 2008, Million said, "Regardless of what I felt in the past at the time, I actually forgive him and I'm very much over that."